Today we'll be doing a walk audit for the Park and Washington Street intersection because it was requested by the community just to identify some of the things that could make it safer. A walk audit to me is an activity that community members do to evaluate the walkability and the safety of a location in the community and just to make sure it's safe. So we're looking for like crossing signals. How much time does pedestrians have to cross? We're looking for tactile pads to see if parents with strollers, bikers, if they have like something to keep them grounded while they're waiting to cross a crossing path. We're looking for speed limits and to see if people are following the speed limits. We're looking for sheds and benches by bus stops to see if people have a comfortable spot to wait while they're waiting for the bus, and just things like that.
Another thing I would say that we're looking for is like the protection of people that walk around, like if the sidewalk is like big enough for two people, or also people that's on that's in wheelchairs can also be acceptable to walk around.
Like the condition of the sidewalks. Like I know that sometimes I've heard from people where I saw a guy in a wheelchair pushing himself backwards on a residential street because during the winter, because the sidewalks were not of a high enough quality for his wheelchair to work. So that's problematic, where, I mean, even if you have a crosswalk, this guy's on the street because the sidewalk isn't fixed up. So that seems like something too.
Okay, so right here I have a guide just to help us with some things that we can look for while we're walking. So it can help us with the streets, whether or not they have traffic lights, the sidewalk, whether or not they're separated from the street. And that can be separated by landscaping, that's grass or plants, whatever that is. And there's also a page where you can add your own thoughts if that isn't listed here. The maps are of the intersection at Park and Washington Street, and then we have one right here for the location at Sinai. And then we have one stretch from Sinai to Park and Washington Street.
What happens after the audit is we compile the information, we will share it with the people who walked, and we will also, if there are recommendations that you make or that we make, we then will send it to the City of Hartford. We will also share with the NRZ, but we'll go to planning or public safety with the comments. The recommendation is to take pictures, and then you can download the 311 app to your phone, and the comments that you have for the pictures you can send directly to the city so they have the information in real time.
You can report a blighted property. You can report a blocked sidewalk or crosswalk, a pothole or a sidewalk or curb needing repair, trash violations, abandoned cars, exterior garbage, a car parked on a lawn, and yeah, that there are other things. But if you pull this up, then you can know your options, and it'll actually go straight to the city, and it'll be put on their list as something to fix.
Hi, my name is Marcus Ordonez, and I am one of the co-chairs of the Frog Hollow NRZ, or Neighborhood Revitalization Zone. And we're here supporting the walk audit because they help to ensure that our residents are safe and have a clear path walking through the neighborhood. And these audits are really great about identifying improvements that are needed that we can work with the city to correct so that we can ensure all of our residents are safe.
So I think like anybody who has a stroller, wheelchair, or shopping cart will have a really hard time navigating those streets. A lot of, or sidewalks, there's a lot of broken sidewalks. I took a lot of notes. Obviously the no countdown timer, so it's really hard to get across in time. And if you're older, maybe pushing a shopping cart or using a walker or something, you may not have enough time. And people are just ready to just start driving. So it seems really unsafe. People getting off the bus also with shopping carts, strollers, things like that. It seems like you're just like right out there ready to start dealing with traffic and, doing.
Yeah, I think for me, a lot of the signs for where you would press the button, I think I heard one for people who are visually impaired. I think every single one should have something for people who are visually impaired. I've heard others that would say walk, or stop, I think that's important. I didn't see any of that. There was also probably about three places. I got to look back at my notes that had confusing signs. One said only left. Then it said left. Yeah, right. Then it said no left turn. And then you had the signal on the traffic light that said left turn. Completely confusing.
I also think that a lot of the pedestrian crossing, we didn't have enough time to cross. Like a lot of them, I think they were all under 20 seconds, all of them. None were above that, and not everyone is strong and hardy enough to walk fast. So that's a big issue.
Not just bicycles, but they have the little scooters now for the kids to get around on. What do you call those? Vivos or something like that. There were no lanes for those.
There's like a long road and there's only one crosswalk at the way bottom of the road, like where it ends. And I felt like there should be like a crosswalk in the middle or like somewhere near for like the bus stops also there. And yeah.
Okay, what I'm gonna ask is everyone look over their notes and put your name on them, because we collect the paperwork and then we summarize all the comments and we try to put it together for a report, and then we go back and we share it with the stakeholders, and we also share it with the City of Hartford, either planning or zoning and the various public works, the various departments that could be impacted. So those are the next steps. So I appreciate everyone coming out on a Saturday morning. Hello, my name is Violette Haldane, and I am the Executive Director of Advocacy to Legacy. Our mission is to educate individuals, families, and communities how to advocate for themselves in order to change lives. We are currently doing walk audits in the Frog Hollow neighborhood and the north end of Hartford. We're looking at the walkability, ease of use for pedestrians, bicyclists, people in wheelchairs, how easy is it for them to move around about their community. We have residents, city officials, and interested parties and stakeholders take the walks with us. They highlight things that they see, and then we put together all of that information and make recommendations based on their input. We send it to the stakeholders to make sure we've captured what we thought they said. We also send it to people who have the ability to change policy and make changes in the community, whether it be public works, zoning, and people who have the ability to do things.